Hello members of the Blue and Gold Army. What a great start to the season. We are unbeaten after the opening 4 rounds. But boy, we've got a tough one coming up next weekend. Up against the St George Illawarra Dragons Sunday night. The good news, we're at our fortress, Bankwest Stadium. The bad news is that the Dragons come off a pretty good win over Newcastle last week. I don't know if you saw that game, but boy, it was a physical encounter. And certainly our boys will need to be at their physical best to combat what the Dragons will be throwing at them. Obviously the kicking game is going to be so important, especially after last week. We had a few little chinks in the armour out the back there. I've got no doubt Gutho and Fergo will be working hard under the high ball. But also if you looked at the Dragons, they looked a little bit vulnerable there as well. So really big weekends for the halves. I've liked what I've seen from Mitchell and from Dylan Brown with their kicking game so far, very astute. And like the fact that there's some variety in the kicking as well. Hoping that Ryan Madison will come back into this game, despite the fact that he's been named. He was a late withdrawal last week, but that Keegan Hipgrave came in and did a very, very good job last week, but I think that Ryan will probably take his place after erring on the side of caution last weekend. He should be fit and raring to go. And the good news is that when it comes to the health department, we're not too badly served there. Bryce Cartwright got through a reserve grade game last week comfortably, so he will be back in line for selection. And Wonga Blake and Michael Oldfield aren't too far away as well. So Murata Niakore, who's done a great job in that left centre position, won't have to deputise too much longer, but boy, isn't he doing a good job. So we're having a great time at the moment. Along with Penrith, we remain unbeaten, but we've got a couple of tough weekends coming up, but it starts against the Dragons next week, Bankwest Stadium. If you can't get out there, make sure that you're supporting the boys the best way that you can, and hopefully after 5, we are still sitting on top of that competition ladder.